guys, it's Rachel from Future Past Vintage Collectibles. I just wanted to announce this week's giveaway winner. We're giving away Lobo #1, and this week's winner is Bradley Kemp. Congratulations, Bradley. If you could just email us or connect with us on Instagram, or that information's down below, we can get the book sent to you. We hope you enjoy this week's unboxing. Bye!
One book left we're going to do as a giveaway is cool. Hi, I'm Dave, owner of Future Past Vintage Collectibles, and this is my daughter, Rachel.
Howdy.
How do you do?
Good.
Okay, so comic books. We're going to talk some comic books real quick. I've been picking up a lot of books. I try to show some of the stuff that I've gotten.
I've never, I've seen these at, antique stores.
Really?
So to me, this just feels like...
Please, next time you see a book looks like that.
Oh,
in an
they
antique
never
store.
look like this, though. This is Walt Disney Presents Baloo and Little Britches.
Yeah, so I picked this up because the condition is like sick. It is just such a nice book, and it presents fantastic. And this was actually, part of my childhood. There's another run that also has some Jungle Book stuff. This is like a one-shot, and I think it's from, if you don't mind, put the year up.
Yeah,
I
I'll
think
look it
it's
up.
like 68 or
It's a 12 center,
69.
So that sounds
yeah, but it's
right.
gold key. They always were like
expensive.
different price.
Oh, okay.
They had goofy pricing. I picked that up. In the same group, I got this book. Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos. It's the 3rd annual, and this is from the late Silver Age. The reason I picked it up is because it's in really good condition. And these square-bound books are tough. When I see a really high-grade book like this, I grab it, and it really wasn't expensive. I was buying a bunch of books, and these were added in. This next book's the same. This is a series I actually like it a lot, and there's different parts of it. That's Strange Adventures 175. Once again, I look at this book. It's just in phenomenal condition, so I picked it up. Now, the Strange Adventures, when Neil Adams picked up and they started doing Dead Man, forget about it. I'm nuts about those books. And I'm also really crazy about their Atomic Age stuff. There's one cover where there's a huge hand coming over the road and this car's going away from it. And I've actually had Strange Adventures 1, and I've collected them here and there. Because there's so many eras that are cool. No matter what kind of comics you like, you probably found something in their run that's great, So one of these was in the collection.
This is cool.
I'd actually put it in my stack, and he's like, I don't know if I'm going to sell this. And he told me it was a 5th printing, which is indicative of the 60-cent cover price. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Underground Comics, and this was an important one in this first printing. Zap kind of started the entire movement, but when other books were 12 cents and they went to 15, Undergrounds were always 50 cents. They didn't have a lot of advertisers. That's the only way they could make money is to sell issues. They had really short print runs, but this is Mr. Natural, and Mr. Natural was huge during the counterculture movement.
It's for adult intellectuals only.
Mr. Natural, people used to have posters of this in the 70s. I love this stuff.
I know, this is all way up your
particular
alley.
issues, particular issues. This is actually, I picked this up, I don't know, a couple months ago. 2 or 3 months ago.
It's our guy, He-Man.
And I picked this up, I think, as a 4.5 or a 5.0, and I think we showed it on the channel. It was really bent. I'll give you the picture, the before picture. It was quite bent. It was just folded over.
Oh, yeah, like right when we got it.
Yeah.
And now it's not bent anymore.
No, it's near mint.
Yeah, near mint plus.
And rather, I don't think I'm going to submit a lot of books anymore. I'm going to attempt to sell them raw. I'm going to shows now. People can hold them in their hand, look at them. But it came out really nice, and I was happy with the results.
And we love He-Man.
Pick these up in a collection. These are great.
Oh, Blade Runner.
Yeah. So
Are these both Blade Runner?
yeah, it's
Cool.
a 2-part series that Marvel ran during the first movie, and I'm not sure. And if you don't mind, put it up if it came out, if the book came out before the film,
Okay.
like Star Wars,
Yeah.
or if it came out after. But These books are actually very expensive and high grade.
These are really nice.
If they're not in 9.8, they're really not too expensive. They're affordable if you're trying to get them. But I do think that especially the number 2 is a candidate, and the number 2 is the more expensive of the two in the highest grade. So, dug those. Happy to have them. Sorry.
My Little Margie.
Yeah, I think so. This is the reason I picked this up, and I got it very inexpensive. This one could benefit from a press, but when I say benefit, I think I can get a 9.2 and possibly a 9.4 out of this book. For this era, 1957, I think.
It's a 10 center.
It's 10 center. It's not long after the code. It's a cool cover. If you can see what they're doing, this guy sabotaged this couple, and he said, "That's my little Margie." And as they're trying to drink a drink together, he had tied a knot in the straw of that guy, and I'm not sure what that's supposed to do.
He looks upset.
Yeah,
sweating a little.
But I love the bright yellow on this cover. I like the art with the big eyes. And once again, I wouldn't give this a second look for me personally if this was like a 3.0 or a 4.5. But when I saw it, it looked like a gem. It was in such a nice shape. Anyway, this is the kind of stuff I love getting. Picked one of these up in a collection. I've had this book before in the last year and a half. So I had a 9.6 of it. And I don't know if it's going to get a 9.6, but I'm pretty confident about a 9.4. Right now it sits around a 9.0. It's just wrinkled. I mean, it just needs to be what I call freshened up.
Superman's got that chin.
Yeah, so...
Predominant chin.
I'm glad you brought that up. This is one of my least favorite Superman. And Neil Adams wasn't known for always drawing the best Superman. I mean, and not every Neil Adams cover is great, in my opinion. However, I do think he draws the Flash fantastic. And I don't know, Superman just doesn't look right here.
He's got a weird face.
But this is part 2 of a 3-part series, and it was Superman 199 that kicked it off, and it was World's Finest 198 that ended the 3-part race. And then later on, they did the 4th part, and I think it was in DC Comics Presents, off the top of my head. It was something I wasn't interested in because it's like, no. This thing was settled in the Bronze Age, you know.
Like, we're done.
3 races. Why are they racing? Why is Flash losing? I don't know. Anyway.
Because of his chin.
It's Flash, man. Give him something.
Momentum.
I mean, Superman is like everything.
Does he not have enough?
Why can't he be a little faster? So what do? They tie. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, spoiler alert.
Challengers of the Unknown, number 67. This is also Pedigree, Pennsylvania Dutch. Why did I get this? It's Neil Adams cover. And it also, I love that effect, the dream effect. And inside this book, when the guy goes into a dream state, the pages look like that too.
Like black and white?
Yeah. That's now, cool. It's not Neil Adams Interiors, but it's a good book. I mean, there are some issues of Challengers of the Unknown, and you can guess they're the ones with Neil Adams covers. Not all of them. The reason I bought this is because it's so high grade. So Pennsylvania Dutch,
surprise.
It's sitting at a 9.4. I'll look at it too.
It looks really good.
But so that Strange Adventures again, but this is issue 190. Man, I was so happy to get this book. Once again, they said it was a 9.4, so very high grade example of the first time Animal Man ever appeared in costume. He had been on one other cover before this, but he wasn't in costume. So this is kind of like rolling out Animal Man. Not a character a lot of people might be familiar with because they might not. Yeah, they didn't even call him Animal Man yet. Thank you for pointing that out.
Well, I just was like, A-Man.
Yeah,
they
called him A-Man. Now, I want you to know Animal Man has had multiple series, has put out comic books for years, ran like multiple volumes, right? But also won awards for the Grant Morrison stories that they had in the 90s. So this was supposed to be one of the best reads around. And that particular run has some cool covers. I went nuts over this. So this one day I'll sell this. But man, I'm glad to have it in my personal collection.
It looks really good. That red cover is nice.
It's sick. I mean, and then, like I said, Strange Adventures over different eras offers different things.
Well, you got that Cyclops guy too on the other side. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He's great. This just was sitting in a collection. This is showcase number 97, First Solo Power Girl. This is something I like. It's a minor DC key, but it's in really high grade. Glad to get it. I've got all these books that some, that I've just got 9/8 on. And they came out so nice because the books just weren't handled. There was no wear on them. There was no color breaks.
This is my favorite cover.
The cover's...
It's so cool.
The cover never gets old. I mean, I love the skull under the Spider-Man outfit. And there's Wonder Man fighting Abomination on the West Coast Avengers. But, it always makes me appreciate it more when the book is just flawless. I mean, there are flaws on 9/8, but they should be incredibly hard to find. You have to hunt and peck and maybe squint to see something.
Good old, I love this cover too. It's
yeah.
so cool.
So we'll just run through them, and I got boatloads of these, but a lot of them I don't think would. I don't even know if these do anything. This is not a key, but look at that.
I mean,
when this book's really high grade and it looks brand new the way it did when it came out in Stan, what a cool cover. I've mentioned before that I love Bullseye. And,
there he is.
And yeah, this book's not expensive. It might be $160 or $170 slabbed. That is expensive, actually.
I know, that's not dollars.
And I'm just going to whip through these. These are great covers. I mean,
is that Ant-Man?
Yeah.
That's cute.
Isn't that a great cover?
Yeah. Somebody's going to get it. That's what it says on the cover.
They need to get it. They need to get Hawkeye in that outfit. Just once.
Maybe that was in his contract that he didn't have to wear that.
He's never worn any outfit. Great Captain America minor
cool.
key right there. Yeah, so this McFarlane Green Goblin cover is sick.
It's really cool.
I love this cover. And then there's John Byrne cover, and there was another John Byrne cover that goes along
the other
with
black
that.
cover.
You pull it out.
Ooh, this one.
There's a third cover.
I'll put a picture of it.
That was in Web of Spider-Man also. So it went across all three of the Spider-Man series, and they're all kind of connected like that.
This one's my favorite.
I really don't know why this book's not more popular than it is.
Which one? Any of them? I mean, this one's really
any
cool
of the
too.
three. I mean, are you guys John Byrne fans? Any John Byrne fans out there? I love John Byrne art, especially with Terry Austin. I like the stuff he did with X-Men, but he's in probably my top 5 modern artists I really dig. He did great stuff in Fantastic Four. He had a run, and also his writing. He had a run in Fantastic Four that was kind of legendary. So anyway, did we look at everything?
We did. Those were all the raws.
I have one book left. We're going to do as a giveaway. It's cool.
We're doing that at the end, though.
I'm not doing it right now.
Okay, so we got this box back. It's from September. Pick it up. It's very heavy. I think we have like at least 10 books in here. But my dad pressed these.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing. Yeah.
I think you sent these out without me because I don't remember them. When I was going through them, I didn't remember them, but maybe.
Okay.
But we processed these together. My dad presses books, so all of these we pressed. I think we're happy with most of the grades. We'll see. There's a couple that I'm questioning.
Yeah. Well,
what are
you starting with, the Avengers?
I'm gonna start with the Avengers.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, because that's the one I was like, hello. Okay, so this is Avengers 196. It's the origin and first full appearance of Taskmaster, and there's a letter from Kurt Busiek in it.
This was a slab 9.4. I cracked it.
It was 9.4.
9.4.
I don't remember that.
I cracked it. And this was, I bought it during the comic boom, so it wasn't cheap. It wasn't astronomical, but it wasn't cheap. Cracked it. I couldn't get these small spine ticks out of it, so finally I got them out and sent it in, and we got a
8.5?
Yeah. This book's cursed.
This is one of those books where
I
need to sell it and get out of my life.
We're getting rid of that.
Get out of my life.
I really haven't examined. I haven't examined that.
You haven't looked at this?
No.
That?
What is that?
A huge color breaking dent that goes like this.
And here we go again. That was not there.
What in the world?
That had to happen in receiving.
Do you see
I can't see it because I need my readers.
It's literally you can see it. I'll put it in the scan because I did scan these. That was not there when we sent it out. I know that. That's such a bummer. I mean, it's a risk. You sign a waiver when you send things to CGC that things could get damaged, so I guess that's the...
What's funny, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, right here, is that where they pulled it out of the bag? Because we bag them with like extra boards so they don't bend. Easy to get into. We don't put sticky tape on.
We don't put any tape on it.
I don't get it.
We use bubble
Because
wrap.
that looks like a spot you grab something. Anyway.
We do cover to cover. Maybe we'll make a video on how we package them.
It's really funny.
Anyway, that's a bummer. What was that?
It's really interesting. Sometimes comic books are really hard to damage.
It was right on the black part of the cover.
I've seen people handle a book like, what are you doing? Then look at it, it's fine, right? So, and then whenever you're trying to be the most careful or you have a moment of inattention when you're handling a comic book, it's funny how the opposite happens, where everything you do damages
when it really matters the most, too, because I'm sure 8.5, the book's probably not worth anything.
All right, so what you got next?
All right, so we got some Daredevils. First one up is Daredevil 197. It's the first appearance of Yuriko Oyama, who later becomes Lady Deathstrike from 1983.
So I forget what this book's worth. I think I wanted to get it was a 9.4. I wanted to get a 9.8, but I was on the fence between a 9.6 and 9.8 and just sent it in.
Okay, I got 9.6.
Yeah.
Off-white to white pages.
Yeah.
That cover's cool.
I'm okay with that. It's not obviously not as good as 9.8, but we're talking about splitting hairs, and also, modern has gotten a little strict. So, what's the next number?
This is Daredevil 241. It is from 1987.
That was also a 9.4.
This one got a 9.6, off white to white as well.
Yeah, that one would have needed a 9.8 to really have the investment grade.
Now I'm like, do I see any marks from taking that out of the back?
Or even be easy to sell. You'd be surprised that it's hard to sell books that are not 9.8s that people want 9.8s with.
Especially, I feel like in this era, it has to be.
Now, with that being said, that is a cool cover.
It is really cool.
I really like it. It is a really cool cover. And it's a nice copy of that book. So
someone will want that.
It doesn't bother me because I really don't mind selling someone a slab sometimes for $40. And they dig it. They've been looking for that book, and now here's an affordable. I don't mind.
I don't think it would bother you as much as if you didn't spend your blood, sweat, and tears pressing it to try and make it a 9.8. That, I think, also hurts a little inside.
It does.
Just for some clarity.
Well, I think I'm getting better at it.
Oh, you absolutely are.
I mean,
but things happen.
Even how my perspective.
Oh, sure. But I mean, still, I know that hurts a little. Okay.
I hope my blood, sweat, and tears produces 9.8s, not 9.6s.
It does, though. It does produce 9.8s. Okay, Daredevil 254, 1988. This is the origin and first appearance of Typhoid Mary and Kingpin appearance.
This was a 9.4, and I thought it got a 9.6.
It got a 9.4.
Yeah.
This box is proving want-was. I wonder if you got these Daredevils from the same collection. Because they're all off-white to white, and they're lower grade than what you anticipated. I feel like there's a theme to that. I don't know. I also think that there is a profound difference in quality of books on how people care for them. So you're right. Sometimes, and what I've learned is I'm overworking books less than I used to, trying to get a result. I throw in the towel and just try to get the best I can get. So we should have did this before we started filming, is figure out where you're at in your Fantastic Four 9.8 run of 100 to 200.
I haven't received any more, but I have received some candidates.
So we'll hopefully in the next video we post, we'll have like a tally that we'll keep track of, because I have no idea. But we have like 6 Fantastic Fours. So let's see if we can add any of these to your tiny collection. Yeah.
Okay.
This one is Fantastic Four 186, 1977. It is the first appearance of Salem 7, Gazelle, Bradicus, Reptilia, Vertigo, a bunch of other people.
So it was on the fence between 9.6 and 9.8. I think it was a 9.0. It was a 9.0.
Well, it got a 9.6.
Yeah. One of my favorite books in the 100s. They made appearances even up to recently.
There's a lot going on that
But
cover.
I dig that cover. I like the art of that cover. I really like the way it's laid out. I just dig it.
It's cool.
It's one of my favorites, yeah. I still don't have a 9.8 of that.
No, you still don't.
There's books that seem to plague you, like if you're trying to get them and get a 9.8.
Maybe people just really read those.
They're not rare. They're expensive. I mean, if you got a 9.8 of that, it'd be a few $100. I'd rather make my own.
Yeah, make my own. Just get your pen out. Start drawing. Okay, this is Fantastic Four. So this is 243. So this is outside of the 100 to 200. But it's from 1982. It's the Galactus cover. It's got Doctor Strange, the Avengers, Spider-Man. It's got everybody. Everybody's in it.
Yeah, this book was like a 9.0, and I thought it was a 9. I got a 9.6 on it.
You got a 9.6 on it. White pages this time.
Yeah, I really, this needs to be a 9.8 to be really valuable. And it was up as high as $400 in 9.8. What a cool cover!
That's really cool.
John Byrne.
Old Johnny.
Didn't I mention John in this video?
You did just a minute ago.
John Byrne. I mean, I love John Byrne.
This is Fantastic Four 245, 1982. This cover's so cool.
This was a 9.4, and I was hoping for a 9.8.
It got a 9.8.
Yeah, this book's been hot. So
cool.
We doesn't matter. One in your like I said, the reason I've been getting these slabbed, and I think I've got a couple now. I just want them to stay 9.8. You know.
Yeah, that's fair.
By the way, if you get 9.8s, if I find I got 9.8s, I either have to change my bag strategy or even the way you handle them, because it can only get worse. Mm-hmm. It can only get worse. And it's like, even, going in a box and rifling back and forth, that's not good for the book. So, using full back boards, using 4 milliliter or at least 2 milliliter bags, sometimes putting extra boards in to really secure the book.
And even then, sometimes people are like, and then that can damage it too.
Yeah.
Okay, a couple more Fantastic Fours. This is 272, 1984, first appearance of Nathaniel Richards.
It was a 9.4. It should have been a 9.8. I didn't get a 9.8.
I know, it's a 9.4. I don't know what happened to these.
Important book. So, this is a great book. Not a 9.4, but I might be able to sell it for $45 or something.
I hope we can sell it for that much.
It's a near mint comic. I actually like that.
I mean, we have that.
Do we have more?
We've got a few more.
Oh, you act like you're out of books now.
No, we're not out of books. We've got quite a few more, actually.
Oh, good. Give me some good news, will you?
I know. Let me see if I can. This one will be making up. We have two of these. Fantastic Four 273. This is from 1984.
Oh, yeah.
It is a John Byrne cover.
That was a 9.4, and I wanted a 9.8.
This one's a 9.8.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, let me show you. Let me get the other one out. Take a look and see what this one is.
You're killing me. All right.
It's a 9.6. I don't even know what it was before.
It was,
but
yeah.
It's a 9.6.
Well, I was obviously going for a 9.8.
I mean,
I have a bunch of copies of this. If you can't tell,
we have so many copies of that.
I'll sock them away.
Okay, so that's it for Fantastic Four. So we've got like 6 more books. Okay. This one's Marvel Premiere number 55. It has Wonder Man and Madame Mask appearance. It's from 1980.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Ron Wilson cover.
So this book was like a 9.4 when I got a hold of it, and not much wrong at all. I wanted a 9.8.
It got a 9.8.
That's sick. Yeah, there's been some spec around him, and I have all of the books from the Copper Age.
They call him Wandy?
They call him Wandy?
Wandies?
Who
did that?
Well, they're just kind of poking fun at him.
Oh, okay, this is Marvel Team Up number 121 from 1982. It is Human Torch, Speed Demon appearance, first appearance of Frogman. We love Frogman in this house. Is he on the cover, though?
I have submitted, this is like the third one. It was a 9.4. I felt it was either a 9.6 or 9.8.
I got 9.6.
God.
Off-white to white.
Darn it.
You said 9.6 or 9.8. But you wanted a 9.8.
I said it was going to get a 9.6 or 9.8, but it is what it is. I wanted a 9.8.
Of course. Okay, Phantom Stranger number 24 from 1973. This is the Spawn of Frankenstein backup story.
Yes, this is a Jim Aparo cover. I talk about these books a lot, and I talk about artists that are my favorite. Don't bring up Jim Aparo much. Well, this is not the only cover he nailed. He did a couple of covers along the way with Phantom Stranger that were great. This is one of them. I thought this was going to get at least a 9.6.
It got a 9.4. Off-white pages, too, which we don't get very often.
Yeah, that's really interesting because where I got it from. So I got it from a pack, a three comic multi-pack. And it looked like it was in better shape than that.
Okay, so we've got 3 more.
All right.
This is Thor number 319. It is from 1982.
Oh, this is Zaniac, right? So Zaniac, this is was like a nothing burger, and I had just bought a ton of Thors, and they were in such good shape. This happened to be in it right after they announced the spec, so I just immediately sent it in.
What did you think it was gonna get?
Oh, 9698.
It got a 98.
Yeah.
What was it before we sent it out? Before you pressed it?
It was really nice, like a 94.
Oh, okay. So it was
It
already
needed very
on
little.
its way.
Yeah, needed
And it
very
looks
little.
great.
That's great. I know that he got announced. He's going to be a villain in a show, and I forget which one.
I have never heard of him until this moment.
Obscure.
He's also got a scary face.
He looks. He looks weird.
He looks like a Zaniac. All right, this is Wonder Woman number 205 from 1973. Diana begins work at the United Nations. Origin of Nubia.
Same multi-pack. This is one of the books from the multi-pack. And man, I thought I got a 9.6 out of this.
That's a 9.4.
Yeah, I thought for sure it was 9.6.
A pack of 9.4s is what you had.
What a cool cover.
It is really cool.
These were sought after. The thing is that there's a lot of multi-packs that had this book in it. So there's a lot of issues of this out there. But as you see, this is a really nice copy.
I love a 20 center.
That powder blue cover is unmerciful.
It's got that black line too, so you can easily see color breaking spine tick on it.
Yep.
Okay, this is the last book. It is Voltron number 1 from 1985. It's really cool.
So I have to tell you before you crack that, I pressed this book like 8 times.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I had this book for 6 months before I submitted it, and it was such a nice book to start with, but it had one spine tick right in the middle of the front cover. And that vast whiteness of that cover with the gold on the outside, it's like all you could see, because the book didn't lay as flat as a board. So I sometimes paper does what it wants to do, and I pressed it, and then I waited, just walked away from it. So finally I felt you and I both graded it and thought it would get a 9.8 because I didn't want to send it until it did. In 9.6, this book's probably worth, I don't know, $80 or $90. Haven't looked it up in a long time. $80 or $90. And 9.8 is probably worth $300. It's one of those things where it's like a 4x. That's why for me it's like, I know there's no broken color, so I'm really going to keep working on it until I can bend that paper. How'd I do?
Well, you got a 9.8.
Good.
We were right. We're usually right.
And I like this book.
It's cool.
It's actually a nice book throughout. So I think it's cool. It's not something I was ever into, but now looking back at that era, I have a couple of books that are kind of like this, like Mask and like some other. There's some other kind of kitschy, not mainstream books. Anyway, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that looks good. The box wasn't everything we wanted, but
no, but I got Zaniac.
We got Zaniac.
Yeah, I got Zaniac.
And Frogman. What else do you need?
No, he was 9.6. We don't got
You're
Frogman.
Right. We still have him though.
Frog got away. So I have a giveaway.
We have a giveaway.
Give it away. Give it away.
We're gonna get copyright struck. Don't come for us.
I didn't say it the third time.
That's true.
And I didn't say now.
That's true. All right, we're doing a giveaway.
So what you got? No, I am going to stop.
Anthony Kiedis is going to come for us.
Here, show.
Okay, we're doing a giveaway, and we are giving away Star Wars Droids number 1 with the coolest cover of our boys, the droids.
Yeah, so that's a cardstock cut cover. So
it's really cool. It has
everything's punched out, so you can
engraved.
You can feel it. This book's pretty old too. I think it's
cool.
like 2003. I mean, it's old.
Dark Horse Comics.
This is really nice shape. I think it's like a 9.6.
It's really nice, yeah.
Near Mint Plus. But anyway, we're giving it to somebody, and if you don't have a copy of this and you're a Star Wars fan, even if you're a Star Wars fan at all and don't collect comics, this is pretty cool to have.
It's still a cool comic to get, yeah. So just subscribe to our channel, like this video, and comment down below, and we will select someone and announce it next week in our next unboxing. Okay, so we want to talk about a collectors convention that's coming up in Las Vegas. It's called Las Vegas Collectors Con. It's on November 20th, and I will leave the address down below, but it's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's free admission. There's free parking. There's going to be dealers there like Harley Yee, Comic Seller, Blue Moon Books, Coops Comics, Red Hood Comics, Richard Halgu, and then Larger Than Life Comics and more. So I'll leave some information down below if you guys are interested in that, but it's going to be a really good convention that you should check out if you can.
Yeah, as the season's wrapping up, this is a good one for the West Coast. So quick one-day show, but there's some good stuff there, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have any? We gave something away. Are we done?
I think we're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you liked that.
I hope you liked it. Give us a follow over on Instagram if you haven't already.
Yeah, if you ever want to get in touch with us, just message us on Instagram.
Yeah, and our email's down below if you.
Because people are like, how do I? They'll have a conversation with me right there in the stream. I'm like,
yeah, YouTube gets a little weird. It's hard to connect. But yeah, we're on Facebook and we're on Instagram. If you want to reach out to us, you can DM us on there. Anyway, thank you guys.
See you next time.
See you next week.